Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Danganronpa. And, well, time to do this class trial, as always. Whoa, Byakuya and Mukuro showed up together. Okay. Where the heck have you two been? You just disappeared without a word. We were investigating, of course. How could you not figure that out at this point? Because it ranked high enough for you guys to go off together, just the two of you. Don't make it sound weird, Toko. You're making it sound weird, Toko. What, are you jealous?
Hey.
Or are you making up some kind of creepy fantasy for yourself? Probably a little both.
What?
Stop talking, embrace yourselves. He'll be here any second. Any second. He could show up at any time. When I imagined what was about to happen, I immediately tensed up and prepared myself. But I stood there for 5 full minutes waiting for something weird to happen. Then 5 minutes became 10.
Why?
What's going on here? Why hasn't Monokuma showed up yet?
Could it be?
Maybe he died again. What should we do? Should we keep waiting here, or what?
What?
Jesus! Did I scare you? Yeah, a
Come
bit.
on.
I demand an explanation. Why did you waste my time and make me wait like this? Like that? What? I made you wait. You've got it all backwards. You're the ones making me wait. Huh?
In other words,
I'm waiting for everyone to arrive. We can't start till everyone's here. Now, can we? What are you talking about? Everyone is here. We've all been waiting for you. Sorry, you're wrong. What are you talking about? But I've been waiting 10 minutes now, so it's okay if I punish the one making us all wait, right? No. If we all agree it's a violation, I'll arrange a punishment right now. If it's me you're waiting for, I'm here. Is it me you're looking for? When I heard that voice, we all spun around to look.
hey,
Hi! Kyoko? Kyoko, you're still alive. No, that's a ghost. Stop talking. If you want to fight, do it at the class trial. You need to save some of that fun for later, right?
What?
But is it okay that there's no particular penalty for being late?
is that
I made it here just fine. What school regulation did I violate? None, really. Am I wrong? No. You're so selfish, so spoiled. You're right, there's no penalty officially, but I bet you'll be sorry later. No, I'll make sure you're sorry later. Anyway, hustle your butts onto the elevator. I'll be just one step ahead of you. Ya. Monokuma was gone. We all rushed up to Kyoko. How are you alive? Kyoko! So you really didn't die?
indeed?
Of course I didn't die. Thank God. I'm so glad you're okay. Perhaps, but that's not necessarily a good thing for us. Huh? He's right. Now we've got to deal with a ghost. Stop talking. I told you, stop talking.
Let's go.
Come on, let's just go. Whatever we need to discuss, we can do it during the trial. True. Without ever looking directly at Kyoko, Byakuya stepped onto the elevator. Master, wait for me. Call. Who knows what might happen to us if we take too long.
But
I'll be happy when this trial is all over. Me too. One after another, everyone piled onto the elevator. But I couldn't help myself. I had to talk to Kyoko before the trial started. I guess we should talk to Kyoko before the trial starts. Listen, before we get started, I have to ask you. Where the hell were you? Where have you been this whole time? Where have you been? You used that key of yours to go somewhere, didn't you? So,
correct.
I went to investigate the second floor of the dorms. Ooh. The second floor?
That's right.
There aren't any monitors or cameras there, so I was able to avoid Monokuma completely. Of course, I also missed his announcement because of that.
Whew.
I had no idea a body had been discovered. Then, when did you find out?
So...
Just now. I finished my search and came back down just in time to hear the class trial announcement. I took some time to go over the crime scene first. I couldn't go to the trial completely uninformed, can I? No, not really. So that's why you were late.
However...
I'm sorry I kept you all waiting. But if you were on the second floor of the dorms, then that's what the key you found goes to?
Wrong.
Actually, to be precise, not quite.
In other words...
I use Momokuma's secret tool, which can open any lock in the school. Oh, what? Kyoko's account.
Just a second.
Hey, what are you two doing? Hurry up before we get in trouble with Monokuma.
Makoto.
We can go over all the details after we get through this trial. Okay, Makoto? Right now, I just want to focus on surviving our current situation.
It would seem...
Because this is probably the single most crucial moment so far for me. For her? That's a strange way to put it. Class trial is important for everyone, right? So why would she say it's a crucial moment for her?
Goodbye.
Well, if that's all. Seemingly unconcerned, Kyoko made her way to the elevator. I'm just overthinking what she said, right? Duh! Man, this is gonna be a tough one to name. Never mind, I just found a name for it. Can't imagine ever using the mental pressure that comes from preparing for an execution. In that dusky dark, nobody said a word. Just stood there, silent and still. After an immeasurable period of time, the doors opened without warning. Excuse me. Dazzling light penetrated every depths of my eyes. Why can't I not talk? It was a blinding light of despair. Whoa!
I can't wait!
I've been waiting for this. I feel like it's been forever since we got together like this. Hasn't been that long, in all honesty. Time for pointless jokes and jazz has passed.
Girls,
Let's get on with the show! So the curtain opened for the 5th time. A deadly judgment, a deadly deception, a deadly betrayal. A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial. Bum 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 bum. No. I don't want to save. Alright, set skills. I got one new skill. I think I want that, but did I get another skill too? I think there's another skill that I probably want more than one. Nope, okay. I am perfectly okay with that. Alright, let's finish. Class trial start. All rise. Are you going?
Let's begin
Yep, I knew
with a
it.
basic explanation of the class trial.
No.
So, your votes will determine the results.
No.
If you can figure out who done it, then
No.
only they will receive punishment.
Okay.
But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
Okay.
Well, I'll leave the rest up to you.
Well then, let's discuss the specifics of the victim.
Okay.
First, we need to clarify who exactly the unidentified victim is.
Right.
It's Kyoko. There's no other explanation.
But Kyoko's standing right there.
She's right there.
No, that's a ghost.
But she has legs and stuff.
She's
Well,
A
that's
human?
just because she's like the latest evolution in ghost technology.
There's a limit to how much ridiculousness I can tolerate.
yeah, okay, I'm with you right there too.
Okay. So I just have to prove that the corpse isn't Kyoko, right? Then let's compare Kyoko's traits to the traits of the dead body.
Like seriously, why are we doing this part? It's Kyoko's gloves.
I got it! I'm talking about her gloves. They'll give us some insight into the mystery. I'm sure of it.
In that case, I think it would be helpful if someone explained why she actually wears those gloves.
Which
and
three
would
of,
you
well,
happen
four of
to know
us?
the answer?
No.
In fact, Monokuma told me. Apparently you have scars on your hands you don't want anyone to see.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, you know, now that I think about it, the corpse wasn't wearing any gloves, right?
They
Right.
probably just got burnt up in the explosion. I'm not convinced. The ghost is just trying to fool us all.
Well, besides the obvious fact that Kyoko's like standing a few feet from you. Alright. Let's do this ridiculousness. Let's just do this ridiculous. Gee, what's another reason why she wouldn't be wearing gloves? I wonder.
That Kyoko there is just a ghost.
Uh-huh.
Impossible.
Yep.
Okay, then prove it. Prove she's not a ghost.
Right there.
The dead body wasn't wearing gloves.
They got burnt up in the explosion.
Then she was wearing gloves before the explosion.
Yeah, she must have been wearing gloves.
Nope.
No.
Why would you want to wear gloves when you have fake nails? Go back.
No. There's no way the corpse was wearing gloves.
Nope.
Whoever it was, they were wearing fake nails, remember?
Yep.
I imagine trying to wear gloves over nails like that would have been a pretty big pain.
Ladies, that's probably a
Besides,
big pain.
Kyoko wears gloves to hide her hands, right? It'd be pretty weird for someone who's self-conscious about their hands to wear fake nails, don't you think?
Yep, that's another thing.
Jeez, man, you don't know women, huh? They're complicated like that.
If anyone doesn't know women, it's you.
Well, Kyoko, any thoughts?
These gloves were custom made to the size of my hands to make sure they don't interfere with my daily life.
Okay.
If I wore fake nails, the gloves wouldn't fit properly.
There you
And
go.
that's that. The dead body doesn't belong to Kyoko.
Which should have been fucking
It
obvious.
should have been obvious since she's standing right here.
Yep.
Okay, so then, who's the real victim? First, we need to figure that out.
That's the first thing I said. You're the one who's been dragging us around in circles.
Oy vey. Yes, a hero. Time to identify the victim. Alright. How should we identify this mysterious victim? Well, there's probably only one thing that we can really use to identify the body.
If Kyoko really is still alive,
Yes.
then who died?
There's gotta be some way to figure it out.
It has to.
I don't think so. The face was scorched beyond recognition,
True.
and there wasn't any description in the Monokuma file.
True.
Well, if we can't identify the body,
Wrong, we can.
No, it's wrong.
We have the technology.
There was
it's not
one
really
clue left behind
technological.
that we can use to identify the body.
what? For real?
If you're lying, you'll die a cruel and unusual death.
Ooh, an unusual death. This I gotta see.
She's just being stupid. Ignore them, Makoto. Tell us what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The key to figuring
Actually,
out
this might
who
be a
it
pretty
was.
short trial. I mean, there's not that much stuff I
Is
have
the
to do,
tattoo
but
on
there's
the
probably
back
going
of
to be a
her
lot of
hand?
explanations to happen.
Oh, yeah. The design's pretty strange, huh? Is this a dog?
Her master must have
specifically.
made her get it. To be like, you're my bitch.
No.
Seriously? They really did something that humiliating?
No,
No.
that's not it. The identity of the victim is hidden within that tattoo.
Oh,
Precisely
really?
within that tattoo. Oh. I didn't know I had to pick this soon. I was fixing my thing. Well, where is it? Oh, there you are.
I got
Like, where's the thing? I'm franticing around at the
That's
speed
the name
of
of the military
sound.
group Mukuro Ikusaba belonged to.
Mukuro
Okay,
Ikusaba.
so
To show that they're a member of the team, each soldier that joins the squad would get a tattoo representing Fenrir somewhere on their body.
Fenrir.
Fenrir?
The Wolf of Ragnarok. To be more precise. Hey, Hangman's Gambit. Alright. Gee, what the world is that? What? Oh, shit. Oh, God damn it. That's total BS that I took all that damage
Now I
to.
understand.
But whatever. I'll take it with whatever.
The representation of Fenrir is a wolf.
Need
Fenrir,
more.
the Wolf of Ragnarok. It's from Norse mythology. A huge, world-ending wolf beast. He's the child of the trickster god Loki, and a female giant.
Man,
Female
after
giant.
all this time, we finally got a glimpse of the literary all-star.
All-star.
Tattoo. And that means
Exactly.
Yep.
The body we found had a tattoo of a wolf, which means that person must have once belonged to Fenrir.
Mm-hmm.
So it must have been Mukuro.
Mukuro Ikusaba.
hold on. Isn't she the one that was behind this whole thing?
Apparently not.
You sound surprised, but you're absolutely right. Yes, indeed. The trial this time is to solve the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
I thought it was.
Are you saying the mastermind is dead? And now we have to have a coup last trial?
No. It means we were wrong in thinking that Mukuro was the mastermind at all.
True.
But I mean, being the ultimate despair seems like a pretty mastermindy title to me.
Well,
Maybe we shouldn't have been thinking of her as the ultimate despair in the first place.
all right.
After all, looking at her profile, I didn't see anything that would fit such a
Right.
description.
It was the ultimate soldier.
All it said was that she was the ultimate soldier. If I remember correctly, that other information came from Kyoko. That's what you told Makoto, right?
Right.
So that means Kyoko got it wrong?
Well,
And who was she? Who was Mukuro Ikusaba? She's been gone this whole time, and when she finally turns up, she gets killed.
Usually when there's a scene where an important character dies, it has a lot more detail.
well,
So you're saying she wasn't an important character? Which would mean she was the same as us. Just another participant.
just
Then
another
who's the real
participant.
mastermind?
It must have been the Hopes Peck Academy headmaster after all.
No, the headmaster has nothing to do with it.
But how can we trust that? We already know your information about Mukuro was wrong.
True.
My information was not
Oh.
wrong.
Okay. We're in the middle of a trial right now. Figuring out who killed Mukuro is first and foremost. Please limit all
Huh?
future prattle, chatter, and chit-chat as much as possible.
Eyes. Okay.
Uncovering the identity of the mastermind will have to wait. But remember this. No matter what happens, we will find out who you really are. I stake my family name on it.
Okay.
I have officially decided to completely ignore all such attempts at provocation.
All right.
Now then, just so nobody's confused, let me state this one more time for the record. The reason we're having a class trial is because a murder among the students has taken place.
Yes.
Hammer that point straight into your big old brains.
What you're saying is that both the victim and the culprit are part of the student body?
Hmm.
Then, one of us killed Mukuro?
Wait, no. There's a chance that there's some mystery 17th person who's been hiding all along.
No.
Nope. There are only 16 students in total that have been taking part in these events.
Well, not really.
Seriously? Then one of us killed Mukuro?
Who did it? Who's the killer this time?
Get a hold of yourself. We've already narrowed down the list of possible suspects.
Yeah.
Huh?
Who else could it be?
I'm sure you realize who I'm talking about, right, Makoto? Who the evidence points to?
Yeah. Only me and Kyoko.
I got it!
Who else?
You've narrowed it down to Kyoko and me, right?
Why do you say that?
Allow me to explain. Just after nighttime last night, I went to the garden, so I can confirm that at that point, there was no dead body there.
All right.
So, the murder must have taken place after I left the garden. However, Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I were in the gym the entire time.
The gym?
That's right. The four of us were there trying to dismantle Monokuma. The whole time, we were very careful not to go anywhere alone. We even went to the bathroom and paid.
Yeah.
All of which is to say, the four of us all have alibis. The only ones without alibis
Are me and Mukuro. That's why you're able to narrow down the list of suspects.
Exactly so.
So the only suspects now are me and Kyoko. Damn it. Can't let this stand. Somehow I had to clear my name. But
I have something I'd like
that
to say
would-
regarding the whole alibi thing.
Are you thinking of raising an objection?
well, no.
Well, before that, I just want to try and get a better idea of what time the murder took place.
Yeah, we should probably figure that out.
Doing that might reveal some kind of clue.
Whatever you want. Somebody go ahead and help him out.
Yeah.
Me and Byakuya can both confirm that the body wasn't in the garden at... Well, it was after nighttime for sure. I'd say it must have been around 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
So the murder must have happened after 10 p.m.
Okay.
Then I guess we can say the time frame for the murder was between then and when we found the body? Oh, but what time did we find the body?
The one who saw the body first was Toko, right? And she went to go get the pickaxe.
At 9.
I got it! The body must have been discovered at 9 a.m., since that's when Toko went to get the pickaxe.
Right. Hey, flashback, we're skipping you. Fuck you. Fuck you.
He's right. It had to be around then.
So we can be totally sure the murder happened sometime between 10 at night and 9 in the morning.
Right.
For me, I was already asleep before nighttime hit, so I don't have an alibi after 10 o'clock.
True.
But I'm sure I met up with everyone else before 9 this morning.
Right.
We ran into each other in the dining hall, right? That was around...
7.
Oh yeah!
30.
Right around 7:30.
Okay, nah, that makes sense.
I remember checking right before I went in,
Uh-huh.
so I'm totally sure about it.
Which means from 10 p.m. to 7:30 a.m., you don't have an alibi.
True. The game has begun. The game is afoot. All right. Let us do this. Come on. All right. Yeah. I mean, come on. Thank you. Okay. Which of these is going to be used? I mean, I already know.
We've established a time frame for the murder.
True.
It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night and 9 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, I messed that up.
Yep, and Makoto doesn't have an alibi
3
for most of
o'clock.
that time.
Yeah, from 10 o'clock
4 or 5.
to 7:30.
That's more than enough time to commit murder, I should think.
True.
So Makoto, if you have any objections, now would be the time.
Yeah, I got an objection for you. I'm going to shove it up your ass. Just give me a second. I should have done that right away, but...
We've established a time frame for the murder. It took place somewhere between 10 o'clock at night.
There we go.
No, it's wrong.
That's so wrong. That's ultra wrong. Super duper duper mega wrong.
Actually, the murder couldn't have happened anywhere near 10 o'clock. It had to have taken place way later.
And
Yeah.
what makes you say that?
Sprinklers.
Because of the sprinklers in the garden. The
Sprinklers.
sprinklers are set to go off right at 7:30 every morning, right?
Right.
So if the body had been in the garden before 7:30, then it should have been completely soaked.
Right.
Oh, hold on. I remember this part perfectly.
Oh.
The body was wet. Dripping wet, in fact.
It was?
Sorry, Toko, but you're wrong.
I'm wrong? How? Are you saying only the mouth down south was wet?
What?
How dare you spew such indecent words?
No, I'm saying that the body was wet, but not because of the sprinklers.
What do you mean? By denying the sprinkler, are you trying to deny my entire existence?
What?
Man, you're totally wacko.
I agree.
If you really think it wasn't the sprinkler, you'd better
All right,
try.
I will. Gotta hit Toko with certain evidence. Just go whack, 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 yeah. Just gonna smack at you across the face with my evidence. Okay, that sounded weird. Hey, another bullet time battle with Toko.
I admit nothing. I hate you. I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me?
No.
I admit nothing. I hate you. I don't know anything. Hold on. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. Are you trying to blame me? I admit nothing. I hate you. No, no,
Oh,
no.
I was like,
How can you say it wasn't the sprinkler?
This should prove
that's
it.
how. I almost had a perfect combo. Almost. I just missed twice.
Just remember what the body was like after the
Oh, well.
explosion, and you'll see why it wasn't the sprinklers.
You'll see. Because of the
The top
body.
half of the body was
Well,
wet,
body analysis
yes,
that I made.
but the bottom
in my
half
mind.
was completely dry.
Everything.
If the sprinklers got the body wet, shouldn't the whole body have been
The
wet?
whole body.
So they only got the top wet? The bottom was completely dry? What a brutal maniac!
I'm so sick
Okay.
of her.
Let's just move
I
on.
agree.
The reason only the top half was wet was because while the body was still on fire, I doused it with water. But only the part on fire.
Which is the top.
Oh, then I guess the sprinklers really didn't do it.
So if the sprinklers didn't get the body wet, then the murder must have taken place sometime after the sprinklers turned on at 7:30 in the morning.
Right.
Which means she must have been killed sometime between then and when the body was discovered at
Right.
night.
But Mukuro's alibi was only missing from 10 o'clock last night to 7:30 this morning.
Right.
So there's no way Mukuro could have done it. I guess you had an alibi after all. Good for you.
In which case, the only one left without an alibi is Kyoko.
Kyo's the only one without an alibi. Which would mean that Mukuro's killer is... No, I refuse to believe it. Kyoko murdered someone? That's...
I'd just like to say one thing.
Okay.
If you vote for me and I die here, the mystery of this school will stay hidden forever.
Huh?
Which is why I can't let that happen.
So are
Okay.
you saying you're not the culprit?
Of course I'm not. I have no reason to kill anyone.
Guess not,
This
but...
is a trap the mastermind has laid for us.
A trap?
Care to explain?
We're this far into the game, and now you decide to blame me?
Um.
Stop wasting time. Stop wasting energy. You really think your little trick is gonna work?
I
Shut up, you!
don't know.
You
Shut up,
got
you.
it, boss. Shutting up now.
Anyway, Kyoko, you actually did have a reason to kill her.
Huh? She did?
She thought Mukuro was the ultimate despair. In other words, the mastermind behind everything. So she
guess that's
killed her
true.
to try and put a stop to all this. Isn't that right, Kyoko?
That
But you made
would be
one
true.
catastrophic mistake. Mukuro wasn't the mastermind at all.
And that's
as
true.
a result, we were forced into another trial. Something I'm sure you weren't at all expecting.
Yeah.
So, that was her motive?
If she had a motive and no alibi, well then, I think it's pretty clear Kyoko's gotta be the culprit.
Looks that way.
I'm not the only one without an alibi. Makoto's explanation is still insufficient.
Huh?
The sprinklers didn't get the body wet, but that doesn't mean the murder happened when he said it did.
Huh?
What are you...
Because you see, there is a way the body could have avoided getting wet.
Interesting.
Care
listening.
to explain?
All it would take is covering the body with a certain something to keep it from getting wet.
Well, there was a certain something. Talking about the tarp, huh?
I got it! You're talking about the tarp, aren't
That's
you?
what I just said.
You catch on quick.
Well, I'm the one that found
You're
it.
right. All you'd have to do is cover the body with the tarp, and that'd take care of the water.
True.
In fact, that's exactly what the killer did. The dirt pattern on the tarp can attest to that. Only one side of the tarp got dirty, because that's the side that got covered in water.
Excuse me.
The side that faced down over the body, meanwhile, kept perfectly clean.
This is all so...
This proves that the killer used the tarp to
So-
keep the body from getting soaked.
Isn't it? Okay.
Why would they go to all that effort just to keep the body from getting wet?
Most likely so they could cloud the issue of when the murder actually took
That
place.
could be true.
In other words, to create an excuse exactly like the one Makoto just gave us.
What? Would Kyoko say that? Why would you want to make me look like the killer? No, I can't think about that right now. That tarp. Or that... Yeah, the tarp. It's a tarp. Oh. Okay. Sorry, I accidentally pressed the button. The body.
Wait,
Oh.
something's not right.
And what might that be?
I can't worry about Kyoko's motivations. If I don't do something, everyone's gonna think I'm the killer. I have to refute what Kyoko said. Oh, I was about to say, and we'll do that in the next part, but I messed up. We can do this. Yeah, we can. No, we'll keep going a little longer. So what if this part's a little long? Who cares? All right.
By covering the body with the tarp, the killer prevented it from getting wet.
True.
So the reason the tarp was only dirty on one side is because the sprinkler got that side wet.
Right.
But the underside of the tarp, it was totally spotless, right?
It was.
It's because that side was protected from the water. Since it was facing down toward the body, of course it didn't get dirty.
Wrong. It should have gotten dirty.
No, that's wrong.
So if you remember, there was a giant blood stain on top of the body.
Actually, one side being clean is pretty strange if you think about it.
True. True, true, true.
Because the blood wasn't dry before the body got blown up, right? Byakuya said it himself. Not to touch it, or you might get some
Yeah,
on
you might get some of that blood on you.
Put a tarp on a body in that state, it absolutely would have gotten blood on it.
Yeah?
Well, maybe the culprit washed it, so nobody would know they'd used it.
But why only washed one side?
If they had, they would have washed both sides. Just washing the one side wouldn't hide anything.
Yep, there you go. Byakuya said it perfectly.
Yeah, true.
More than that, what if the very blood we saw on the body was meant as a kind of camouflage?
What do you mean? Blood was camouflage?
What if, after the killer used the tarp to avoid the sprinklers, they then covered the body in blood that didn't belong to the victim?
What?
You mean someone else's blood? Where would they get something like that?
Oh,
I know! They could have grabbed some of the blood packs from the nurse's office.
that doesn't seem right.
That's what Hifumi did, right? When he pretended to be dead?
No, that's not what happened this
No,
time.
I don't think so at all.
The killer got the blood from right there in the garden.
Oh, they got it from the garden, that can only mean one thing. From a chicken. Chicken blood. I got that. Me that chicken blood. That chicken blood. I got me that chicken blood.
Chicken blood?
Yeah, chicken blood.
When I checked the chicken coop before the murder,
Chicken
there were
arise.
5
Arise,
chickens.
chicken. Arise. You guys can guess what show that's
But
from.
after
You
the
win
murder, there were
virtual
only 4.
10 virtual dollars from my.
So,
Alright.
you're saying someone killed a chicken and then covered the body with its blood?
Yeah.
Man, that's messed up.
Yeah, it kind of is.
Killing a living thing just to do something like that is awful. They should have at least eaten it.
Well,
I wonder
Maybe.
if the killer had to get the blood from the scene so they wouldn't be spotted walking around.
probably.
Anyway, there's no denying that a chicken went missing, which provides a basis for my theory.
Perhaps, but even so, there's one thing that still doesn't make
There
sense.
is.
You said the culprit used the tarp to avoid the water and then covered the body in blood, right?
Right.
But if that's the case, then the blood should have soaked into the ground around the body.
Right.
But that's not what we saw. Only the victim's clothing had blood on it.
Right.
The ground was completely clean.
I have to agree, that certainly is strange.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
Maybe they didn't apply the blood at the scene. Maybe they covered the coat in blood beforehand.
They covered it beforehand?
What do
When
you
you
mean?
discovered the body, was it wearing the coat like you normally would?
No.
I think so.
Doesn't look like it.
Wait, no. The head was through the neck hole, but the arms weren't in the sleeves.
Then that settles it.
Hmm.
Sorry, I'm having a tough time keeping up. What settles what?
Here's what happened. The murder took place before the sprinklers went off. But the body didn't get wet.
Right.
Because the killer covered it with the tarp.
Right.
Then, later, at the same time the killer was gathering up the tarp, they pulled the coat over the body, the coat they'd already covered in blood. This series of cover-ups was meant to disguise the actual time the murder occurred.
It was?
They wanted us to think the murder happened sometime after the sprinklers had gone off, at 7:30.
Right.
If that's actually what took place, it certainly becomes possible that the murder happened earlier.
It does.
But to pull all that off, wouldn't they have had to go back to the garden after the sprinklers turned off?
True.
That actually wouldn't have been all that difficult.
Hmm?
Huh?
They already had the coat ready, so they just had to grab the tarp and pull the coat over the body. They'd be done in no time.
Maybe. But still.
Yeah.
Hina, after you met up with Makoto in the dining hall, did you two stay together from that point on?
Oh no. I headed off to the gym, and Makoto didn't show up till later.
Great.
Then he had plenty of time to spare, wouldn't you say?
Great. I'm getting more
That's not-
fingers pointing at me.
Don't bother saying it's not possible.
I must admit, Kyoko's reasoning is sound. Makoto's alibi is
Great.
inadequate.
Everyone's just gaining up on me. And the suspicion falls back on me again. But why? Why is Kyoko trying to entrap me? I don't understand. This guy's dead body has been added to the truth bullets.
Well then, it looks like we're back to square one. Makoto's alibi is no good, so once again, our suspects are him and Kyoko.
Yep.
For
Great.
serious, man? Which one of them did it? Hey, why don't we let luck decide? Let's flip a coin. 50-50 odds.
No.
Oh!
See? Pretty good idea, right?
No, not that. I just remembered something super
You
serious.
did?
Well, don't just stand there. Out with
Okay. Oh, and she will be out with it in the next part of Danganronpa. Ha, sorry. I should have ended this a little sooner, but better late than never. Anyway, I'll see you all in the next part. Bye-bye.